May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and here on The 4, we'll be having several conversations over the next few weeks, hoping to break the stigma surrounding its challenges and where to find help and care.
Today, we begin with a local sports writer and her new children's book. We are happy to welcome Lindsey Young to the CCO studio today. Great to see you.
Thank you guys so much. I'm excited to be here.
So tell us a little bit more about you before we get into the book. I mean, how did you get into writing? And you cover sports.
Yeah, absolutely. So born and raised Minnesotan. Absolutely love the Twin Cities. Grew up really enjoying Minnesota sports. My dad was a big sports fan, and so I would hang out with him and watch, especially the Vikings and the Timberwolves. Those were kind of the ones that I really fell in love with. But I've also loved writing from a young age, and so I can remember creating stories as a kid and creating characters. And when I got into the college realm, I wanted to kind of explore this idea of sports writing. And so to be able to be working for the Minnesota Vikings as a writer and editor, I've now been with the Vikings since 2015, which is crazy. Wow. Like, oh my gosh, it's been almost 10 years. It's absolutely a dream come true to be working for the team that I grew up rooting for and watching with my dad. But it's really combined two loves of sports and football and then writing. But then I also am really passionate about mental health advocacy too. And so it's been really, really cool to weave all of those things together.
Well, let's get to the book. It's called Olivia the Brave. Tell us about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So Olivia the Brave is a book for kids 4 to 8 years old. And it is a book that introduces the topic of anxiety and mental health to kids in a fun, really age-appropriate manner. It's a fun story about Olivia and her dog Tater Tot. And Olivia, she kind of starts to feel like she might see the world in a little different way than some of her peers or than her older brother. She gets nervous doing things that maybe her friends or her peers don't. So she gets tummy aches and she feels sweaty and she worries about things. She tries to go to a sleepover at her friend's house, and her mom has to come pick her up early because she's just not comfortable with that yet. And so Olivia gets to learn what anxiety is, how our brains work, and how anxiety is a very normal thing. And it's something that we should be comfortable talking about, and that we all have different challenges and abilities, and some of those things you can see really outwardly and some of those are more invisible. And so it's really it was a fun story. It was actually inspired by my 8-year-old nephew Oliver. I have 2 nephews and a niece, and Oliver
he helped too, right?
He did, yes. Okay. He helped me with the book, so it's been such a fun project. Yes, he definitely had some input. He had some details that I missed on the first draft, and so we went back and added those in. And it's Oliver approved now, so that is excellent. But it's just been such a fun project, and definitely a heart project too. Like I said, this is a very important topic to me. But then to specifically kind of write it for Oliver and to see it come to life has been really, really special.
Yeah.
You've been involved in mental health advocacy for several years now. Tell us about your other work beyond the Vikings.
Yeah, absolutely. So, with the Vikings, I've done some mental health advocacy work. I also am really thankful to work as an ambassador with Prairie Care Fund, which is a nonprofit here in the Twin Cities that helps put resources into schools and helps support youth mental health. And so that has been really close to my heart as well. And so to be able to kind of do my work with the Vikings, work with Prairie Care Fund, and now to have this project on the side to really further the mental health advocacy is really, really important, because I feel like a lot of the work that I was doing before was kind of for grown-ups or young adults, and so it was I wanted to put something else out there for kids. I just think there's a lot of stuff right now that kids are being faced with and kind of trying to navigate the world, and that can be scary. And so just want to remind them that they're not alone if they're feeling anxious, and that it's okay to talk to a grown-up or to share with their friends what they're experiencing, and just want that to be a safe space.
Great. And how can people keep up with your writing? Where can they find the book?
Yeah, absolutely. So the book is available on Amazon. It also will be available on my website, which will be live here probably tomorrow. And that is olivia-the-brave.com. And also I would love to connect with people on social media. So I am on Twitter, X, at Lindsey MN Sports, and that's Lindsey with an E. But yeah, those are the ways that we can connect and find the book. If you want to talk about Vikings, if you want to talk about mental health, if you want to talk more about Olivia the Brave, like I would love to connect. And you know, I think this book is really for everybody, no matter the age. And I just want to get it out into the world because I really believe in it.
Well, thank you so much for coming
Congrats
in and
on that.
telling us about it. Yes, congrats
Thank you guys
to you.
so much.